It starts with you.
It starts with me and ends with him. I went to bed with really mild contractions. Super mild, super short, 5 to 10 minutes apart. I'd been having contractions for a couple hours a day, probably for 2 weeks. Not every day, but a few times. And really didn't think anything of it, and fell asleep. It was probably 9:30 when we went to bed. And you were already asleep.
I was out.
Which is probably a good thing. And I slept just fine for over an hour, and then I had a contraction wake me up. And
About midnight? No, before midnight.
It was like 10:30 maybe.
This is April
11.
8th. April 8th, 10, 11.
Right. So I think I had 2 contractions that I tracked before I fell back asleep, so obviously they weren't really bothering me that much. And then I slept for 40 minutes and woke up at 12:23 to a really strong contraction. And I know it's 12:23 because first thing I did was start my contraction timer, and then I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. I went into the bathroom, and for 7 minutes, I felt awful. And poor guy. In hindsight, I think that may have been me going through transition. I'm not really sure, but it was really awful for 7 minutes. And then I was fine. And everything was okay for about a minute. And then I had another contraction. That one lasted about a minute. And then a break for a minute. And then another contraction. And that's when I decided I should probably wake up Ian. And it was 12:35 when I woke him up. And I said, this isn't like last time.
And I woke up and asked her what's going on. Kind of nonchalantly, I knew what might have been going on, but also considered that this was going to be hours. So I wanted to get a vibe on like what she was feeling. And I got it real quick. She was feeling heavy duty contractions. And
I was down on all fours.
I got dressed.
Right here. I was down on all fours.
And I gave her the ball, and I had about that much time until I was trying to call because I felt like we needed our team here now. And
I, at this point, was thinking, babe, this is the beginning of labor. I don't know how I'm going to make it through this because this is awful. This discomfort is on a level that I did not remember from last time, and it was intense, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to handle it if I was about to be in labor for hours.
So I fumbled around on the phone, and I couldn't remember what I stored the midwife's pager under. Terrible idea. Future reference for all fathers or anyone storing the number. Put it in baby or something like that you can remember. Or the midwife. I put it in salt and cedar duty pager.
Yeah, just make it easy on yourselves, Dad.
I got a hold of our doula, Angie, and I actually got to leave her a voicemail that I'll play for you now that pretty much tells the story from here.
Hi, Andy. We've got some big feeling contractions and a mama that says,
No, yeah, there's a baby right there.
there's a baby coming. Holy cow, there's a baby coming.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Andy, see you soon.
And this has been, keep in mind, this has been a shirt on, a ball moved, and a phone picked up since I had got up from the bed. And that's me calling and baby's coming.
So I had stood up after a contraction and reached down because there was a lot of pressure, and I felt baby's head, and it felt like almost immediately started another contraction when I told Ian the baby's coming.
Right
Right
here.
now. Yeah.
Right here.
Right here.
Right there.
I got down on my hands and my knees, and I just remember, like, as I was laying down to push out a baby, Ian somehow got a towel underneath me.
You were on your back.
And I remember thinking, I can't push yet, and very quickly realizing that pushing isn't something you're gonna stop right now. This baby's coming out now. And sure enough, he did. So
He's paying attention. He's listening.
I woke up at 12:23 and I had a baby at 12:45. And here he is. Ian and I were both in disbelief and maybe thought we were dreaming.
Frequently. Well, in the time baby was out. Okay, so catching a baby, everyone gets excited about who gets to catch it. There was no time to think about what was happening. He came out so fast. I literally had to catch him and bring him up to mama. We had a lot of wherewithal to remove the cord.
Yeah, we both, I think, at the same moment as he was handing me the baby, both just stopped. We're like, oh, his cord was around his neck, but it was super loose. So I just flopped it around his neck and brought him to my chest.
And you started rubbing his back. He immediately started crying, big, loud,
yeah, just like you were
strong
hearing
cries. And we just kept saying, hi, baby.
Yeah, I was sobbing and shaking. If you've had a baby, you're familiar with shaking.
I got a blanket for her.
Yeah.
Actually made phone calls then. And everyone on the other end was like, what? Who? What? You have a baby? You now? They could hear the crying. I got a little bit of orders to do from our midwife, and then it was just wait. I went downstairs and I unlocked the door because I thought I'm not gonna welcome people; they can just come in. And I went upstairs again and got into Colin's room, and I just pulled the sheets off him and I said, "Buddy, wake up! Something amazing just happened. Come see, come see." And I left, and he on his own followed me in. Sleep deprived little 3-year-old, and
He was so cute.
and he came in. He just said, "There's a baby here."
It was really cute. And his job was supposed to be to tell everyone the baby's gender. So I lifted up the blanket and showed him what we had. Because I had seen, as Ian was passing to me, that we had a boy.
I didn't.
And,
I didn't. I had to look again.
He had to ask, what do I have? And I showed Colin, and Colin just started giggling. There wasn't a response. It was just that sleep-deprived laughter of that. I don't know if it's excitement or shock because there was finally a baby here after months and months.
Oh, it must have been magic to him.
Yeah, it was. And he brought in books to read to the baby.
He brought in stuffed animals.
And he brought in stuffed animals, and he got close and kissed baby Ace.
Oh my goodness, he was so good.
He was really good, and he was he does little pats
That's
this,
right.
and he was patting me as I was having contractions to deliver the placenta. It was so sweet.
We'll post some PG pictures of. There was 15-20 minutes waiting for the midwife to be here. That it was just the 3 of us. Brewer didn't move.
Yeah, he's
sleeping right here off camera, the same way and place the whole time a baby was born. Even when the midwives got here, he didn't move.
He was about. I will post a picture. He was about 6 inches from my head.
Yeah.
I literally was almost on top of the birthing tub that we had planned to use for labor.
Have birth plans, but
Birth-
they're just plans.
Yeah, this is twice now we've had a plan, and our children keep reminding us, go ahead, make the plans, be prepared for them to be totally fine.
Have
with
a
Wanda.
good team.
Have a good team,
Have a good team.
because that was super important. It was
Midwives got here, checked baby, checked mama, waited for placenta to come. Placenta came. Colin looked at the placenta and said, "Beautiful placenta."
yeah, so pretty colors. He said, "Lucky baby." If you're having your second baby and
You want to do a home birth?
you want to do a home birth, or you want your first to be involved or around at all, the book Welcome Baby,
Welcome with love.
Welcome with Love,
Welcome with
that's
love.
it.
It's terrific.
It is.
It's a children's book.
It's a kid's book. Colin requested us to read it multiple times a week. I think he was a little more prepared for what was about to happen, because in the book it talks about mom's gonna make loud noises and baby's gonna come out with the cord attached, and then the mama has to deliver the placenta, and he was just so calm and genuinely, I think, excited,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh yeah, he was happy the whole time.
he was happy.
There's people here. There's a baby here. It was great.
There were snacks.
It was terrific.
He was trying to feed me. He was trying to feed baby.
Precipitous labor
Yes.
is what we've learned. I had a baby right here. He's here, and
And
we're diligently working on naming him. It's already clear that Colin loves to be a big brother, and we're getting to know this guy well enough that we're sleeping pretty well through the night, 5-6 hours.
Mhm.
And your recovery's going well.
yep, I'm feeling good. I'm antsy because it's so nice outside. But I know that the best thing to do is stay in my bedroom and in bed and do what the midwives told me to do. We can do that. We can take the time to be still and be present, and Ian's taking really good care of me and bringing me all my meals upstairs and letting me eat in bed. And
Oh my goodness, the outpouring of support from all of you has been
wonderful.
immense and amazing, and the community's rallied behind us. Anything I ask for, I feel like it just comes from the universe. We are
Feels
so
really
blessed.
good.
He is so blessed to have all of you.
You've made it so much easier for us to be able to be present both with baby and with Colin.
Grandma,
And Grandma's made it,
Penny,
has made it so much better.
Golden.
But I can't imagine if we were trying to cook ourselves dinner and get groceries and
One of us at work.
diapers or all the stuff that needs to be done without the support of meals. And
Okay, this is getting long.
it is getting long. We had a baby
Right here
right here.
in 17 minutes. 22? I forget the math.
That's 22 minutes from the time that I woke up to the time he was born. And it was an intense 22 minutes.
So, any name that comes to your mind with, oh, he broke all the records, like for our birth team. He is the fastest baby.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, names.
names.
Shoot them up. Send them.
We're pretty sure
Ace is going to be in there somewhere.
we're down to a couple of names, but it's hard. It's really hard to name this human.
Especially when he's really special.
He's really special, and I just don't feel like I know him well enough yet.
Mm-hmm.
But he's already very different from his brother, I think.
He's a great
He's
person.
doing good.
All right, gang.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
If you have
Thanks
any
for
questions,
loving on us. too.
yeah, if you have any questions about how things went, let us know, because
We cannot tell you how to have a 20-minute
I can't tell you how to have a faster labor. I can tell you the things that I did that day before. Yeah, I didn't do anything crazy. And then that week leading up to it was a lot of like fresh air and
Speaking
being
of, let's
outside.
go get some more.
So we're gonna go do that.
Bye. Love, love.